Hello, pile one. If you chose the Spiritite stone, this is going to be your reading. And right now, what we are going to do, we're going to look in today is your energy on what it is you're manifesting. So this is a general reading. You can apply it to whatever area of life you have been focusing on manifesting. Okay, so we're just going to keep this as general as possible, and if it resonates more in the area of your love life, you can apply it there. If it resonates more in the area of your money life, you can apply it there as well. You get the idea. So first, what we're going to look at with these cards are where your energies are either maybe being highly influenced, maybe stuck, maybe what part of your subconscious mind or your belief system needs to be eradicated in order to manifest what it is you're wanting to call in. Okay, so we've got 4 cards for pile 1, you guys, which is the most cards of all the other piles. All right, so first we've got, and we're just going to pay attention to the affirmations down here. It says, I recognize the opportunity for developing my personal happiness in every experience that I have. So it's all about taking control of the way that you see things, choosing to feel happy, choosing to look at what you have to be grateful for, and choosing how you're going to experience whatever moments you are in at that point in time. Okay, we also have courage gives me the power to take action. So moving past stagnation, moving past fear, possibly. Then we also have with the power of love, I form what is true and beautiful. More about moving past fear. And then we also have I gratefully and attentively live my motherliness. So that's all about being a little bit more selfish in a good way, okay? Taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, filling your own cup first. It's not a bad thing to focus. I mean, serving others is it's very noble. It's one of the ways that we're able to invest, good seed. But you have to check your motives, okay? You cannot give from an empty cup. And so with I gratefully and attentively live my motherliness, you have to be a mother to yourself first, okay? Or you could say you have to be a parent to yourself first. You have to take care of yourself first. You need to fill your own cup first, okay? But we will continue on with the reading, and then we'll factor these cards in as the reading progresses on. All right, for pile 1. Ooh. Talk to me about what you're trying to manifest, the energy of what you're manifesting, what's the condition, what's the state of things. What does pile 1 need to do? Ooh, holy moly, there's some explosive energy with you guys. All right, we need to figure out where this energy is exploding from. All right, so what that's telling me is you guys may be going through a lot of things right now that just are kind of popping off unexpectedly. Maybe you're manifesting things. Oh my gosh, okay, you guys have a lot of unexpected, you're just like, man. Okay, it's funny for me, but I can, like, if this was happening in a real life situation with really important area issues, it's just like, really, it's like a mess. It's just a hot effing mess, and it's so hard to contain it. I'm almost afraid to even shuffle again. I get it. Let's find out what's going on. Tell me about this energy that pile 1 is dealing with right now. Pile 1, what energy are you dealing with right now? Yeah, these 2 cards wanted to come out. We got the 8 of Cups in reverse with the World in reverse. So it's a knowing that something needs to be walked away from. That's why things are exploding, because you've waited too long to walk away from something that needed to be walked away from. Things have been stagnant, so there's a cycle that's been needing to be closed out. And I believe, Pile 1, you are very aware of what this cycle is. And you've been kind of dragging your feet with it. And so rather than things being able to close out gracefully, things are just kind of ending very messy. Very messy. We also got the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this could be a very emotional matter. Maybe, yeah, also like your emotions are all over the place. It could be very well life situations, but whatever's going on in your life is causing your emotions to just burst out of you. Like maybe you've been stuffing in your feelings, and now everything is just coming up to the surface and spilling out. Maybe you're saying things you don't necessarily mean. Maybe you're saying things that you do mean, but you're saying them in a way that's very hurtful. Maybe that's what's going on with you. Maybe that's what you're experiencing. And then we also have the King of Wands reversed. So you could be dealing with somebody that's got a lot of unfaithful energies. Someone that never does what they say they're going to do. We got the Eight of Swords. This could be somebody with heavy narcissistic tendencies. Somebody that's very selfish, all for themselves. Whoa. And with the Eight of Swords coming out with the Knight of Pentacles, you're all up in your head about this. Like you're unable, like you're kind of in a mental prison. So this whole thing is just affecting you mentally and emotionally. But with the Knight of Pentacles here, though, you guys, I feel like this situation already happened. I feel like, not that you're necessarily at rock bottom, but I feel like something has already exploded. I'm surprised the Tower hasn't come out. Maybe it's because, I'm hearing that the reason why the Tower is not coming out is because it's not as bad as they seem. Like the Tower would just be like the foundation of your life is just rocked. I feel what's being told to me is that, and then we have the Eight of Wands. Let me just get these cards pulled out. Let me get one more card. Why is the Eight of Wands here? The Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. So, something happened, Pile 1, in your life, and you're going to know what this is. Something that you have been needing to walk away from for quite some time. Something that you've been needing to handle. And maybe the reason why you've been having a really hard time walking away from it is because you've centered your dreams around this thing. And so it's like you're having a hard time walking away because it's like, I'm walking away from my dreams. I'm walking away from my vision for my future. I'm walking away from something that's giving me something to look forward to. And there's like almost like a lack of vision. You don't have a lack of vision. You have a lack of vision. You don't have a new vision to propel you forward. Something was communicated or something happened really, really quickly that just kind of like, and that's why it was, because like this vision or this dream was just kind of swiped away from you. Like what I'm hearing, like the rug was pulled out from underneath your feet. And it caused you to just fall flat on your butt or flat on your face, and you're having a hard time getting back on your feet again, whether that's physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, what have you. And you're trying as much as you can to have a very stable mindset about it. With this Knight of Pentacles, this really shows like you're really trying to apply yourself to pick up the pieces. You really are. Like, I can really see that. You're piecing things together. It's going slow. Pentacle energy is slow and steady. And so you are making progress. What I'm hearing, though, with this Ace of Wand energy in reverse, though, is you need to start focusing more on your self-confidence, your sense of self-empowerment. Now I understand why we have this card over here that says, I recognize the opportunity for developing my personal happiness in every experience that I have. Like, there's a lesson in this somewhere. You may not know what it is right now, pile one, but hindsight will prove to be 20/20, and something's going to be coming in. Something's going to be coming in that's going to be able to put everything that's been going on here recently into perspective. You're going to be like, oh, I understand now why that had to happen. I understand, you know, besides the fact that a cycle needed to end, that you were you were very hesitant to leave. Believe it or not, what I'm hearing is rejection is divine protection. The universe was kind of giving you hints and clues and red flags, and it was kind of nudging you along and giving you these inner knowings and, you know, stuff like that. And rather than allow you to waste any more of your time in a situation that was not serving your highest good, it was kind of like tough love. And something, you know, something was then moved out of your way, basically. I don't want to say it was ripped from you, but it was removed out of your way. So that now you have no other way to go but forward. You have no other direction to go but up. And as you're moving forward, things are going to start coming in, pile one, where you're going to understand why you had to go through this experience. Okay? All right, so let's get some information. I want to know what is coming in for you guys. What's coming in for pile one? So we know where you're at, okay? We understand why you are there. Let's figure out what's coming in. Why did the universe go to such great lengths to remove you from this situation, from this person, from this relationship, from whatever? Okay? What's coming in? What is coming in for pile one? What is coming in for pile one? What does pile one have to look forward to? What is coming in for pile one? Actually, what I am hearing is here. They're wanting me to pull from this deck for you. This is the Enchanted Map. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. This is all about, you know, path, where you're at on your path. What is coming in for pile one? Pile one, what's coming in for pile one? Cleaning house, okay. Okay, that's why. So the path is being cleared. Okay, that's just confirmation that the universe, like whatever you're going through, there's a reason why that was cleared out of your way. Okay, it's not in your highest good. Cleaning house is all about decluttering. It's all about removing stagnant energy. It's all about opening up space energetically to allow what is in your highest good and in your best interest to come and occupy that space. Okay, so something is trying to come in to replace whatever it is that was lost, or whatever it is you feel that was lost. I'm even hearing, not only are you cleaning house, you're being offered, not offered, you're being given. I feel like your higher self like agreed to this. Like, it's very uncomfortable moving from one house to the next, one home to the next, and I feel like whatever it was that you feel that you lost was a sense of home. Whether that home was with a person, whether that home is an actual physical home, whether that home is, whatever business or career field or whatever. It was something that gave you a sense of home. I'm hearing some of you may have even lost like a loved one. And if that is the case, I send you my deep condolences, pile one. But what this is saying, though, is that whatever you lost, okay, and this isn't necessarily a message for, this message is not for someone that actually lost, somebody, because, people cannot be replaced. All right, so this part of the message is just for those of you who, the rest of the message is for. You're being given an even bigger home, whatever that means for you. Okay, if you lost a person that felt like home, you're going to be given an even better home. If you lost a physical home, the home that is coming in for you is going to be even better than the one that you lost. If you lost a job or a career path or a source of income, what is coming in for you is going to be even better, okay? But the thing that you were holding on to was not the universe's best for you. So that thing, that situation, that person, whatever, was removed out of your experience to allow open space for what is best for you to come in. Okay. All right, let's get some more information about what is coming in. Can we get details about what is coming in? Let's get details about what pile one is calling in. What is pile one calling in? Pile one, what are you in the process of that wants to come out? All right, the Four of Cups in reverse. Oh, and the Two of Pentacles wanted to come out like that. Okay, so an ending to, so whatever this feeling of apathy is, maybe it's a feeling of boredom, a feeling of that's coming to an end. You're calling in a time in your life where things are going to feel a lot more exciting. Things are going to be so exciting. In fact, pile one, you're going to have some options. You're going to have some choices to make. You're going to be juggling a lot of different projects. Some of you are just going to, I hear like a highly increased maybe social life or a networking life. Your options are going to be plentiful. Many avenues are going to be waking up, opening up for you. Many opportunities are going to be opening up for you. And also what I am being told is that this time of cleaning house, okay? Just keep in mind what is going on, because cleaning house in and of itself isn't all that exciting. When you're going through the process of cleaning house, you know, things may not feel very exciting. They may not feel, I mean, you may not even feel like there's a lot of momentum going on. You know, and it may feel like you're juggling a lot of different energies and you're not really able to go anywhere, and you're in this constant feeling of like transition. But that's part of the process. And so just understand and realize like that is what's going on. We got the Seven of Cups coming out with the Ten of Swords. So this painful time is coming to an end. This nightmare is coming to an end. If there is some kind of, if some kind of substance abuse or maybe it's just an addiction to someone or something, it's not necessarily something that is, you know, this isn't the devil energy. It's, you know, it's just something that's kind of like, maybe you were at one point addicted to something or someone, but it's like the trigger that is causing that is starting to weaken its hold on you. I'm hearing it's not going to get any worse than what you've had to experience. The Ten of Swords that's the worst kind of energy. It's like dawn is coming, okay? Dawn is breaking. So it's, you know, just cleaning house, pile one. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse, so confusion is coming to an end. Being lied to is coming to an end. Somebody misusing their power and authority is coming to an end. Failed or impossible communication is coming to an end. Tyranny is coming to an end. So if this is pertaining to somebody that you've had an experience with who is just power hungry, money hungry, more power hungry than anything, controlling, manipulative, that's coming to an end, okay? Their hold over you is coming to an end. Yes. Signifying like, yes, you are going to go through a time of aloneness. Oh, look at this, and the sneakiness. See, you're just going to be in, so what's coming for you, pile one, is just, you're going to be feeling safe. Whoever's energy was in your home, quote unquote home, whether it's metaphorical or physical, both maybe, the energy is being cleared out so that your home can feel safe, can feel stable, can feel grounded, predictable in a good way. And you don't have to worry about anyone trying to sneak in and out or steal from you or, you know, robbing you of something. Yeah, no more lies, no more deceit. All that is being cleared up. And although you're not necessarily having to rebuild yourself from the ground up as what we would see from like kind of tower energy, it's just really taking the time to clean every single nook and cranny of your quote unquote home in order to remake it an upgrade. So it's like you're cleaning house, but then you're what's coming in as an upgrade of some kind. Okay? An upgrade. An upgrade is definitely coming for you, pile one. All right, let's get some guidance. Next steps for pile one, please. What's some next steps for pile one? Definitely a feeling of standing up for yourself, for your reputation, and for your honor. get one more card for pile 1, please. So if you've been gaslighted, or you feel like you've been gaslighted, it's like keep pressing forward, okay? So the big thing is like the biggest obstacle, it feels like, especially with I gratefully and attentively live my motherliness, is yourself, standing up for yourself, parenting yourself, filling your own cup. And that's like the key to success. The key to success is basically standing up for yourself. And it doesn't necessarily always have to mean that it's an argument with someone. But if you know you deserve to be treated better, it's standing up in a way of leaving if you need to leave. Walking away when it comes time to walk away because you do deserve better, and you are realizing that the only person you can truly control is yourself. Let's get some messages from your higher self. What do you want to say? Unavailable. This person is unable to give you all that you deserve. I feel like this is coming strictly from your higher self to you. Like, you've been focusing your energy so much on filling, you know, either someone else's cup or giving your all to a situation or a job or a position or a client or something, that you haven't been available for yourself. It's like you need to make yourself your number one top priority. What other messages do you have for pile 1? That's too many. What other messages do you have for pile 1? Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. So definitely some inner child healing is what I'm hearing, especially with this I gratefully and attentively live my motherliness. Here's a second chance. And it's talking about this relationship deserves a second chance. So very possibly pile 1, everything may not be lost. Like whatever it is you've had to walk away from, whether it's a business or a relationship or a person, friendship, whatever, that particular experience may not completely be lost. But in order for things to turn out the way that you want them to turn out, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be willing to disconnect and walk away. You have to be willing to move on as if there would be no second chances. But for many of you, though, this is kind of letting me know a second chance or a reconciliation of some kind, whether it's in a relationship or not, is definitely imminent, or at least it's going to be offered. Now, whether or not you decide to accept, you know, a reconciliation is entirely up to you. If you have no desire for that whatsoever, then what still stands is something's coming in to replace that, which you feel you've lost. Something that's just going to blow that thing out of the water. And lastly, we've got forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Yes, I do feel someone needs to be forgiven. And for many of you, that someone is actually first and foremost yourself. Maybe you're kind of like beating yourself up a little bit because you're like, I should have walked away sooner, because if I walked away sooner, things wouldn't have ended up this bad. So, you know, definitely forgive yourself. We're all on a journey. And what is for you is never entirely lost, okay? Let's see. We're going to end the reading with a few more guidance messages. Let's get 3 cards from this deck for pile 1. We've got intensity, passion, and power. Yes, so that Ace of Wand energy that was reversed earlier, this is that same energy but in the upright, okay? motivation, creativity, passion, and power. So once this healing is way underway, the energetic resources that you need, whether it's just feelings, whether it's the right kind of mindset, whether it's financial resources, you know, material resources, those things are going to be available to you. Let's get a couple more cards. We also have a new beginning. Have courage to open a new door. Okay, so yes, and that's also, you know, ace energy as well. Okay, whatever kind of new door that means, whether it's a new door in love, a new door in business and finances or money, a new mindset. So a new beginning is coming that's going to replace what was lost. And that you're going to be happy, whatever that thing or that person or that relationship, you know, you're going to be happy that that was lost. That you had to let go of that or walk away from it, okay? Here we got your wish is coming true. I mean, bam, that's your wish is coming true. Your wish is definitely coming true. And then lastly, we've got freedom with spread your wings. You're not going to be in that Eight of Swords energy where, you know, you're feeling trapped and bound and imprisoned any longer. Freedom is coming. That feeling is going to be yours again. All right, pile one. All right, you guys, good luck on your manifestations. I hope you enjoyed this message. Do me a favor, if it resonated, be sure to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so, and I will see you on or at your next reading. Thanks, pile one. Hi, pile two. If you chose the blue Aragonite, this is going to be your reading. And what we're going to be looking at is your manifestation, okay? Where you're at as far as your manifestation goes, what is blocking your manifestation, what you're needing to focus your healing energy on. Just kind of an energy check-in, okay? So what we are going to first look at is maybe get some insight onto maybe what areas you need to focus your energy in. Okay, so we'll just get right into it. Pile two, we've got I love and respect the sky as my spiritual father. And then I happily live within the regulating rhythm of the moon sources. So this is like yin and yang. So this is like a balancing of your inner feminine and your inner masculine energies. So you might be too overly or hyper dominant in one and not the other. So this is let's just get on with the reading. Let's clarify what exactly is it that needs to be balanced out for you, pile two. What is needing balanced? What needs balanced out for pile two? What does pile two need to balance out? Pile two, what do you need to balance out? All right, we got the King of Cups in reverse. So there's some emotional energy here that's definitely coming up as having some issues. And then we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. And so that's kind of like the dichotomy between how the mind and the emotions, how they play on each other. So there's a need here to kind of balance out what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Like your mind and your emotional states need to be balanced out. Okay. A need to be open to new perspectives. Not really being able to see the way forward. Kind of being in a depressive, you know what I mean? It's just like not being really able to see the bigger picture is what I'm hearing. We've got, okay, with the Death card, with the Hermit. something very important to you has either ended or is ending. Or yeah. And what needs to be done during this time is like facing it. Like rather than engaging in distractive behaviors, is really, you know, spending some time alone in solitude and reflecting on what lessons may have been or needed to be learned from this experience. This could be a very heavy, deep karmic cycle that's coming to an end. Yeah, the Hermit energy is all about withdrawing from distractions, withdrawing from... Mainly it's distractions. I'm not saying like you go into deep isolation where you never talk to another soul or you never like go out with your friends or anything like that. But it's really taking, like, it's withdrawing your energy from something, from someone, from an experience or something like that. And I'm seeing like you have to put a wall up between you and something. Like there's a wall that needs to be put up, a wall or a guard, and you're separating your energy. You're calling back your energy from that person, place, thing, situation, circumstance, whatever, and looking at it from a whole different perspective. This can also talk about soul searching, a time of self-discovery. Whatever it is that is ending can very well be leading to some kind of it could be a dark night of the soul, which is very indicative of, and then the moon wanted to flip out. Yeah. This is a time of an unknown. Part of balancing the yin and yang energies, the inner feminine and inner masculine, is being able to let go of wanting to control what is happening around you and know when you can take action to actually help things, and knowing when to realize like when there is nothing you can really do but trust the universe to unfold things naturally. Let's get a few more cards for pile 2. No, almost wanted to flip, not quite. Let's get some more cards for pile. Some more information for pile 2, please. Got the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups reversed here? A lot of emotion. Yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of things going on emotionally. It's causing something in your emotional body, your emotional self to be blocked. Got the Page of Pentacles in a reverse. Let's get one more. The King of Wands. Maybe there's a need for recognition or a need to be uplifted, a need for validation that's not being received. And that's part of the self-discovery that you're meant to go into. Like there's something feels very, what's that? Unfulfilling. Something feels very unfulfilling. Like it's not giving you the recognition you deserve. It's not giving you the accolades you deserve and that you need and that you want. And so part of what you're supposed to be doing is withdrawing your energy from whatever this experience is and learning how to give those things to yourself rather than needing validation from something or someone else. And something could very well be just a job. Like, sometimes we have a tendency to determine our self-worth and our value based upon what we think we can contribute. sometimes people feel worthless if they're not making, 6 figures or more a year, or they're not feeling, worthy if they're not driving a specific kind of car or living in a kind of house or having a certain kind of lifestyle or dressing a kind of way. And it's just learning how to withdraw your energy from that perspective, and learning that you, just as you are already enough. That's like a period of self-discovery, really learning who you are, knowing that you don't have to dress a certain way, you don't have to look or act a certain way, you don't have to live in any certain kind of house or have any kind of a certain lifestyle to determine your worth and to validate your worth. You may have had an experience with somebody in your past who made you feel like that, like you have to look a certain way, weigh a certain amount, you have to wear these kinds of clothes, make this kind of money, be this kind of person in order for you to receive any kind of recognition, any kind of validation, any kind of accolades or anything like that. And if you didn't measure up in that way, then you weren't worthy. You weren't worthy of love, you weren't worthy of recognition, anything like that. Yeah, I really feel like you had someone, it could have even be someone in your recent past, but this could very well be someone in your childhood that kind of kicked off a cycle where just feeling like nothing you do is ever good enough. Whatever you achieve, it's like it's never enough. And it's being able to kind of pull your energy back away from that feeling and that self-perspective and realizing there isn't that way of feeling and being. Like, it doesn't matter. Like I know people who live in, it's a never-ending quest. I know people that live in, in mansions and drive cars, and they are still battling with this feeling. And that's kind of like what the universe is wanting to save you from, because it's an unquenchable thirst. You think that making 6 figures a year is going to make you happy until you reach 6 figures, and all of a sudden that's enough. Now I got to make multiple 6 figures, and then you reach that and that's not enough. Now I need to make $1 million. And really what you're searching for is just you're feeling good enough. And you're meant to learn how to cultivate that validation within yourself without needing it from anyone else. And then all of a sudden it's like everything you've been trying to achieve or experience just starts to come to you naturally. All right, so what is coming? What does pile 2 have to look forward to in relation to their manifestation? What does pile 2 have to look forward to in regard to their manifestation? What does pile 2 have to look forward to in regards to their manifestation, please? Ooh. 6 of Cups. Okay. Why is the 6 of Cups here? We got the 2 of Wands in reverse, and then we also have the 2 of Pentacles. So the root of this issue that has been blocking you from being able to manifest whatever it is you're wanting to manifest is indeed rooted in your past, like in your childhood, for the vast majority of you. Okay, and it's been causing definitely a lot of disarray in your finances. It's been causing you to feel like you've never been a priority in maybe multiple areas of your life. And it's possibly been causing others to show up in your life as like, not choosing you when it matters. I mean, it always matters. People being indecisive about your self-worth, which again, it's easier said than done, but that's what we're here to learn. It doesn't matter what someone else says about our worth, about our skills, about our talents. We're the ones that make that decision, make that call. When we own our power, when we own our strengths and our weaknesses, that's when things start to balance out. What does pile 2 have to look forward to? Queen of Swords. Okay, so mentally things are going to start getting very clear. You're definitely going to start mastering your mindset, mastering the thoughts that you are thinking. Why is this Queen of Swords here? Things are going to get very, very, very clear. Like this 2 of Wands energy is very, like a lack of planning, a lack of organization, confusion. I mean, the 2 of Pentacles reversed really is too, but with the Queen of Swords coming out, it's like you're going to have the ability to just quick make a decision, know which way to go really, really quickly. You're definitely going to have that change of perception. And then, like, as far as the Queen of Swords goes, for some of you, this is in relation to, like, your professional life, your business. Let's get, why is this Queen of Swords here? Yeah. We got the 10 of Wands reversed. So the Queen of Swords energy is coming through to you to kind of help you get started again. Because there's a feeling here where it's like you're taking on too much, you're right on the precipice of wanting to give up, and this Queen of Swords energy is wanting to come in and say, you know, no, we're going to clean this up and we're going to get everything balanced out. We're going to get everything organized. We're going to cut off things in life that we don't need to be, you know, having on our shoulders. Things are just going to, here's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like things are getting ready to get cleaned up, okay? I feel like house is getting ready to get cleaned. Let's get some more information for pile 2. What do they have to look forward to? What does pile 2 have to look forward to? What does pile 2 have to look forward to, please? Pile 2, what do you have to look forward to? Field of Dreams. If you call it, they will come. Manifesting basically whatever it is you want to manifest. Let me check the actual book though to see. You got the Field of Dreams. It says, this is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Okay, so that's like the 2 of Wands energy. So basically what this is saying is what you have to look forward to is the whatever's blocking the 2 of Wands from being reversed, that energy is actually going to be made upright. So it says, great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer condition imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Yummy. So just like when it comes to like mental and emotionally, it's like, I wish I have it. You know, they talk about, the Bible has a scripture that talks about if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, like basically it's like anything is possible. And a good thought, a positive feeling, and a positive state is so potent and powerful that even if you feel like negative most of the time, if you'll take some time to cultivate feelings of powerfulness, of empowerment, of, you know, gratitude, of love and joy and whatever, those feelings are so potent and so powerful, they go so much of a longer way. So even if you sowed like 100 really bad seeds, If you take some time, say for 10 minutes, cultivate a feeling of powerfulness, of empowerment, that one seed will wipe out, I'm hearing, more than 50% of the bad seed you sown. So if you just find time in your day, like say if you spent, say if you spent 8 hours just kind of negatively, just sowing negative seeds, just kind of subconsciously, not even really thinking about it. And then when you catch yourself, you're like, crap, I'd have done nothing but sow bad seed for 8 hours. If you'll spend like 15 to 20 minutes intentionally sowing good seed, then you just wiped out those 8 hours of bad seed. That's how potent, good thoughts and good feelings are. Okay. I've got mustard seeds on the way just to kind of give you a perspective of how powerful a good thought and a good feeling state is. All right. So just remember that, pile 2. Let's get some guidance. What does pile 2 need to do? What guidance do you have for pile 2? What actions is needing to be taken? Here we got, okay, health and growth, focus on healing and growing. Ooh, love and romance, what? Then we also have writer with the news and visits. Okay, so if this isn't specifically, if your question or your manifestation isn't specifically romance related or talking about a love relationship, this is just saying like whatever it is you're doing, do it from the heart. If you're asking about a business endeavor, make sure it's something that lines up with what you're loving to do. Is it something you're loving to do? Are you loving what you're doing, basically? Okay. And that really applies for romantic relationships as well. If you're not loving what you're doing, you should not be doing it because you're sowing and cultivating a negative harvest. You don't want to do that. But again, with the tree, like I'm seeing, it's more energy with the field of dreams. It's like, make sure you're spending time consciously, on purpose, sowing good seed. So what does that mean? That means, pile 2, if you're just kind of on autopilot for the most part during the day and you're not really paying attention to what you're thinking and what you're feeling, you're just kind of, letting your thoughts and your feelings wander. When you realize that you haven't been manifesting on purpose, decide that you're going to spend the next 20 minutes basically canceling out the negative seed that you've been sowing and decide to sow some good seed instead. Okay. So if your mind has been like kind of autopilot, you've had this, this looping thought pattern where you're like, I don't know how I'm going to make rent at the end of the month, or it could be something more along the lines of, I don't know if my marriage is going to make it, something like along those lines. You flip it over and you start to, on purpose, think thoughts and feel feelings that are more in alignment with what you're wanting to manifest in. So if you're wanting to manifest an abundance of wealth, then on purpose, you're going to cultivate the thoughts and the feelings, the mindset, the thoughts and the feelings of what abundance feels like when you are experiencing it. Okay, if it's something more along the lines of like marriage related or stuff like that, then, you're going to be cultivating thoughts and feelings of harmony, of balance, of respect and honor, things like that. Okay. Let's get some messages from your higher self real quick about this matter. What messages do you have for pile 2? Play hard, all right? Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. And that's basically saying like yourself. Learn, find time to actually enjoy yourself. When you are kind of in a mental prison, you know, or you're just kind of in a dark place emotionally or mentally, it's like, go laugh on purpose, watch something funny, go meet up with your friends and just talk about stupid stuff, okay? Like, laughter truly is a healing medicine, okay? Those great belly laughs, right? Let's get a few more cards from this deck, please. What other messages do you have for pile 2? What other messages do you have for pile 2? Inference or interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. We'll get one more. Oh, strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. Okay, so the way this is translating in kind of a general manner, like as far as strictly sexual goes, that just means like your heart's not in it. There's not enough passion in it for you. You might need to possibly consider like a change of direction. And I think that came up earlier in the reading, like considering a new perspective, considering a new path. Like if your heart's not in it, if you're not loving what you're doing, then, you know, it's suggested that you stop putting your energy and your focus there. That's why if things are feeling very difficult, like you have to apply way too much effort for such a little harvest, that's why. And there may very well be somebody in your life that is causing that, like on top of like everything else, is just really causing things to feel very out of balance. There could very well be a third party situation, whether it's in love, whether it's in business, where their energy is just interfering too much in what it is you're trying to accomplish or achieve. And maybe part of considering a new path is removing that third party energy from your life. So if this is a boss, then switching jobs or removing a client. If it's a third party, as far as like, you know, maybe someone that you love is in a third party situation, it's like completely removing the influence of that person from your life. And just, you know, if you're in a third party situation, in a love relationship, then it's just almost like stop focusing so much on what's going on externally and focus more on yourself and sowing good seed of you know, self-confidence, of building up your self-concept, meaning building up your self-image, knowing that you're the baddest, you're the greatest, you are the hottest, and stuff like that. Okay, but this situation, whether it is an actual person or it's just a situation in general, is here to teach you a lesson. Okay, but the best way to kind of snap yourself out of that looping mental pattern that is causing your emotions to kind of be all over the place for some of you is to withdraw your energy from it and allow yourself some time to just play, connect with your inner child, connect with your friends, the really goofy ones that make you laugh, you know. And if it's not in that manner, then it's really just in any way that kind of connects you to your creativity. Okay, but really it's like goof off, enjoy yourself, laugh, you know, stuff like that. Let's get a few more messages from this last deck for pile 2. Let's get some last messages for pile 2. What does pile 2 need to do? Oh, your wish is coming true. Celebrate your success. So that's a direct message. No clarification needed there. Whatever it is you're hoping is going to happen, like whatever wish you have in regards to your manifestation, you're going to receive it, okay? We also have forgiveness. Set yourself free. So that can both mean, you know, you need to forgive yourself in whatever role you may have played up to this point, and then also maybe forgiving someone else that may have been a party to whatever experience you're having up to this point. Then we also have a new beginning. Have courage to open a new door. So there is a new beginning that's coming in. If you'll just allow yourself to even entertain going down a different path, abundance is coming in your way, whether it's abundance in finances, you know, or abundance in love. Something is coming in if you'll just allow yourself to see something from a different perspective, you know, go through another, you know, close the door, and allowing yourself to close the door on the past or whatever the situation, and give yourself, at least consider opening another door. Okay. All right, pile 2, those were your messages. I hope they resonated. If they did, please do me a favor and smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so, and I will see you for your next reading. Thanks, pile 2. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the green obsidian tumblestone, what we are going to be looking at is your alignment to whatever it is you're trying to call in and manifest. Okay, so we're going to be checking out the energies that are influencing your ability to manifest whatever you are wanting to consciously call in. All right, you guys. So these first couple of cards are going to give us kind of an idea of where you might be stuck, where the energy might be needing to be cleared out. All right, there might be some indication of maybe some patterns or mental blocks that are keeping this, the manifestation from coming in. All right, so first we have, I gladly accept responsibility to a degree that is appropriate for me. And then we also have, I lovingly accept my masculinity. Okay, so basically this is talking about taking responsibility for whatever is manifesting in your life, which can be very difficult depending on, you know, especially if it's involving other people. Like accepting your role in the part that you played in whatever is showing up in your life, okay? There's a principle, it's called everyone is you pushed out, or everything is you pushed out. And so basically it's like our outer world is a direct reflection of the beliefs and the assumptions that we hold inside, okay? So, you know, if you are, for instance, so if you are like in a relationship with someone, or even maybe a pattern of relationships, and you continue to, it's like you keep manifesting the same relationship but with different people. Okay, that's because you have assumptions about love or about relationships that are being pushed out of you, that you're experiencing in the 3D realm, in your reality. Okay, does that make sense? As we get it more into this reading, we'll flesh out the message a little bit more, but embracing or accepting, like, so masculinity means your inner masculine. Okay, we all have inner masculine and inner feminine. Embracing your inner masculinity is all about taking control. It's more in this, I feel like more it's taking responsibility, taking control and taking responsibility, and moving forward, even if you don't want to, like picking up the pieces, even if you feel like someone else should be picking them up for you. Okay, something along those lines. But let's get some more information about this energy that is influencing your ability to manifest whatever it is you're wanting to call in. Okay, and this is a general reading, so you can apply it to whatever area that you want. Okay, so business, friendships, money, finances, love, marriage, whatever situation you're hoping to manifest in. Okay, let's get pile 3. What is going on with pile 3's energy? All right, what's going on with pile 3's manifestation? All right, so you've definitely been hard at work. Let's get some more. What's going on with pile 3's energy? You're very, very intelligent. And I can see why here it's saying to lovingly accept your own inner masculine, because already there's a lot of feminine energy coming out on the table. And so it's more like, it's more needing a balance. Balancing your inner masculine with your inner feminine. Oh, no, I thought something came out. No, that's too many. Yeah, look at the Empress. Wow. That's the ultimate feminine energy. Okay. Which is good. You know, most people are too hyperactive in their inner masculine, and they don't know how to be active in their feminine. Well, it seems well, at least concerning the situation. I'm not saying like this is true for all areas of your life, but for the situation that you are thinking of, there is just this energy of, I don't want to say not wanting to move forward, but it's almost like there's this energy of, how do I want to say it? Like I shouldn't have to. You know, like whatever you feel, like maybe something you feel like something was taken from you, something happened that really wasn't your fault, but it is affecting you in a way where like you're the one that has to pick up the pieces kind of thing. And it almost feels like you might be holding out for someone else to make it right. That kind of energy. We've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, definitely a feeling of wanting to drag your feet. It's almost like if there's another party that is related to your question or your manifestation that you're wanting to call in, waiting for that person to come around. I'm hearing waiting for that person to see your worth, waiting for that person to step up, waiting for that person to match your energy. I'm hearing you're going to be waiting around a long time and you're going to be feeling stuck for a while. Oh, there is one. We got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Let's get one more for pile 3, please. I feel for, especially with all this, so obviously what I'm feeling that you guys are more predominantly the divine feminine. This feels like it's in relation to, for most of you, it feels like this is in relation to some kind of a relationship where there is inner masculine and inner feminine energy dynamics at play. And it's almost like, but again, this can be, that's good right there. Again, this can still be translated over to like business, or, you know, because it could very well be like, you know, maybe there's things that you're having to do at a job and you're waiting for someone else to do their part and they're just not doing it. And so it's like you're having to step up and do the work of like 3 people. Okay. And so, you know, and that dynamic can work in both work relationships, friendship relationships. It can work in, you know, romantic relationships as well. But it really feels like there's a masculine energy that is not stepping up to the plate. And it's almost like you've got 2 people who are refusing. It's not that you're not willing to step up to the plate. You really are waiting for someone else to do their part. And it doesn't feel like this person is going to step up to the plate anytime soon. And so it's like, if there's something that you can do that you are kind of being stubborn about not wanting to do, because it's like, I shouldn't have to do that. It's like there are responsibilities that still need to be taken care of, right? And so if you have the ability and the time, you know, to take care of it, then you're being guided to go ahead and do those things, because that is what's keeping you stuck. Okay, there is this massive, like, there's potential here as far as like with, you know, with the, yeah, this says overinvestment. I really feel like there is a new beginning that wants to start, but you're kind of dragging your feet about it. If you would allow yourself to kind of kind of withdraw your energy from whatever the situation is, whether it's a person or a situation or an event or whatever, and bring that energy back on yourself and do what you can do within your own power to get moving again. That's really going to kind of like break up the stagnant energy. Because, you know, one of you is going to have to move, and it seems like the other person is not going to move. They're not going to budge. You're going to be waiting around for a really long time. There is a very new beginning. There's a lot of potential for abundance here and prosperity. And of course, abundance and prosperity isn't just in the area of riches and finances. It can also be in love as well, or anything. But there's this very kind of like stubborn, stuck in the mud, like I'm not going to budge kind of energy coming from this other person. And I also feel that energy coming from you too, but I feel with you, it's more like you've been doing plenty. You've been putting in the work. It's just like you don't want to have to do what you're supposed to be doing and then take on the work of however many people. And so I'm not telling you what you should do, but I feel like deep down inside, you know exactly what needs to be done in order to like rectify the situation, but staying stuck and refusing to budge and not move, and, you know, just kind of stubbornly not taking care of responsibilities that you can take care of just because somebody else is, you know, what's coming through is, you know, being lazy. I don't know if being lazy is it, but, you know, that's not the way to move forward, okay? So the overall blocking energy is not wanting to step up to the plate because someone else is refusing to do so. And there's kind of this energy like, well, you need to kind of then figure out, do you want to stay in this situation with this other person or this other energy that's refusing to put in the work? You know, and if you do, then you have to come to an acceptance. You know, either you're going to stay stuck and the two of you are going to continue to butt heads, or maybe not even butt heads. It's just like, you know, feminine energy is not about butting heads. And actually when it says accepting my masculinity, it's almost like there needs to be some confrontation rather than a couple of people just waiting to see who's going to make the first move. Right? That's the energy that's blocking the forward movement of whatever you're wanting to manifest in. Okay? Really putting things into perspective about what can be done, what needs to be done, and whether or not, you know, how you're going to move forward with or without this other person or this other energy that is just kind of happy being stuck where they are, or not moving forward, or just wanting someone else to take care of everything for them. Okay, let's see. Let's find out. So what does pile 3 have to look forward to after they remove this stagnant energy? What does pile 3 have to look forward to once the stagnant energy is rectified? Pile 3. What does pile 3 have to look forward to as far as our manifestation goes? The Dragon's Lair. Yeah, so I keep saying, like the red flags that you're seeing are going to be like blaring if they're not already blaring. And it says like, you know, that if you're seeing red flags, that just ignoring them isn't going to make them go away. It's just going to make things worse. There's no winning. There's no winning on either side when both parties are refusing to take a step forward. Whatever that means. Like I said, there's a brand new cycle, there's a brand new phase that's wanting to come in. And in order for that to happen, either both parties involved need to start making forward movement at the same time, or one party needs to start making movement forward and the other one is just going to stay where they're at and maybe possibly be left behind. Okay. And with the Dragon's Lair in reverse, it really is talking about contemplating a new path. And with the Nine of Pentacles energy that showed up prior in the tarot, that was like alone. Or I should say maybe not alone, but separate from whatever this situation is that is causing you to feel stagnant. Okay, so taking care of this energy, this stagnant energy, you moving forward, possibly choosing another path, is going to get things moving again. So with pile 3, what could they expect on this new path if they choose to take it? What can pile 3 accept on this new path should they choose to take it? Pile 3's new path, what is there? Yeah, we got the Death card coming right out. So obviously it's the end of an era is what's coming up. A transformation, a new beginning. For some of you, it can be a renewal or a rebirth, like maybe you moving forward and leaving this person or the situation behind will kind of like get things stirring up in that person. And it's like, if you have two people that are active in their femininity, in their inner feminine energy, walking away or just moving forward separate from this person will usually help them to, you know, step up as well. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. What is the Death card here? Okay. Yeah. The Death. So you moving on the new path. The new path is going to be putting an end to your need to overinvest. Okay, and experiencing any kind of setbacks, whether it's setbacks in finances, setbacks in love. So it's going to be an end to the struggle on the path that you're currently on. Which I feel would like be a huge sigh of relief for you guys. I got a card in here that is, there we go. Okay. What else for pile? What else are they looking forward to? What else do they have to look forward to? What else does pile 3 have to look forward to on this new path? Ooh, an end to sneakiness, an end to arguments, an end to deceit and lies, if there was deceit and lies. The Seven of Swords reverse really talks about no longer avoiding, like avoidance stops. So something, it feels like something's going to have to be like an end to the mind games, basically, is what it is. Because we got the Seven of Swords in reverse with the Five of Swords. And Five of Swords is all about mind games. But with the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like it's going to be an end to the mind games. Oh, look, we got the World popping out. With, okay, and then so we've got we have a new cycle beginning. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here? So maybe in order for you, okay, so with the new beginning, so if you're having to walk away from, say, like a live-in situation with a significant other, maybe you're having to walk away from a job. Maybe this is just letting you know there is going to be a temporary decrease in a feeling of financial security. And maybe that's something that you're kind of like having a hard time really wanting to face. So why is this in reverse though? Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, staying stuck in the past. But there's also, what I'm hearing too, is there's some kind of a mental block or an assumption about money that stems from childhood, where it's affecting your ability to manifest like financial independence, like not needing anyone or anything for your financial independence. Like maybe if you're needing to leave a job, it's like you're almost wanting to stay stuck there even though you're really unhappy and no one is doing their part, because it's like there's something in your programming that's telling you, I can't leave here because this is the best I'm going to be able to do. Or if this has something to do with you, you know, with the live-in situation where your finances are tied to somebody else, it's kind of a scarcity mindset, not being able to do it okay on your own. For some of you, where this is talking about a business endeavor, I feel like some of you are possibly wanting to break away and maybe even start your own business. But there are some blocks there, some you know, about your programming that stems somewhere from from childhood. For most of you, for some of you, I mean, this could be something very fresh, where it's just like you're remembering something that happened like not too long ago. But there's definitely something that happened in your past that is kind of distorting your ability to manifest exactly what it is you're wanting to call in, as far as, you know, accepting the ending of something and allowing the new to come in. It's like you want the new to come in, but you're afraid you're not going to be able to do it on your own. All right, let's get a couple more cards for pile 3. We got the 5 of Wands with the Knight of Wands. So with this ending, there is going to be kind of a feeling of competition. And that might be one of your fears. Either competition or opposition, like you feel like there's going to be some kind of a clash that is involved with this ending. But you're going to have what it takes, though, to see it through. You've got a bunch of pages. So with the 5 of Wands, there's basically a bunch of pages that are practicing and competing with each other. You know, you've got the 5 of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Wands, which is, of course, you know, above the page. So whatever it is you're feeling like you don't have enough of, that is just a lie that your mind is telling you. And it may be a lie that has been perpetuated. You know, someone from your childhood may have, you know, maybe childhood or early adulthood may have, you know, made you believe that you don't have what it takes, but you do have what it takes. There really is no need to, like, even get into a fight to compete. It's like, you know, you're moving on into a league of your own. You have the drive, you have the ambition, you have the skill necessary to move on and make things work for yourself, by yourself. You have all the resources available to, you know, right now. And if you don't see it manifested in your outside world energetically, you have access to energetically everything that it is that you need to keep making forward progress. Like, you don't need that job, you don't need that person, you don't need anything to move on. You can do it all by yourself. I know a lot of you don't want to, and that's what's keeping you stuck and stagnant and in this inability to manifest and call in what it is that you're wanting. So, like, moving forward, there is going to be some conflict. but it's all part of the process. It's like you have to, if you want to get rid of the red flags, you need to start moving forward, but there is going to be some discomfort when you're shedding all of the crap, right? Let's get some advice. All right, so what is pile 3? What is their advice? Oh, good luck and contentment with the clover. And there is, I believe this is you. This is feminine energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be a woman or a male. It's just inner feminine, okay? Inner feminine energy. Ah, okay. Anchor and stability and security. So if you are someone who feels more at, like you are someone whose energy is predominantly just naturally feminine, now be very careful because a lot of us have it because of the way that the world has been structured. A lot of us kind of erroneously identify ourselves as being more predominantly masculine energy when that's not necessarily true. What's true is that, you know, we've been taught to live in our masculine energy, even though our own energy is predominantly feminine. And so while the reading is saying that to lovingly accept your masculine energy and to go ahead and take control, to go ahead and move forward and make progress and take responsibility to get things moving again, it's saying like to stay anchored though in your inner feminine energy, which simply means knowing when to take control and knowing when to back off. Knowing when to push ahead and then knowing when to pull your energy back and just let the universe do what it's going to do. And this works in not just manifesting things, it works in, you know, trying to manifest certain dynamics within work relationships, romantic relationships, and friendships and stuff like that. But most of your luck is going to come in really anchoring yourself in your inner feminine energy. Not really getting lost in it, which is, it feels like that's what's happening like right now. It's like you've got two people who are wanting to be active in their feminine energy, and so, you know, nothing is really getting done. There's not any forward moving progress. Interesting dynamic. All right, what messages does pile 3's higher self have for them? I'm also hearing for some of you, there may be like a female friend or family member that can kind of serve as a, like a home base for you, a sounding board, someone who can give you like really wise and neutral advice. Here we got healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. That's more of that 6 of Cups energy coming through. So if this is something that you're kind of seeing a pattern, yeah, this is saying that this started off somewhere in early childhood for most of you. We've got regret with someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. Let's get a few more. Like, I feel like if this is involving like a love interest, actually it's really either way. Like if you are looking at possibly needing to walk away from a relationship or walking away from a job or something like that, it's like when you decide to go ahead and move on and move away, your contribution is going to like, it's going to be noticed. Like, oh wow, I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize what all pile 3 was doing, and now that they're here, now that they're not here and nothing's getting done, it's like they're really going to appreciate what you brought to the table. We have leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. Yes, that's that full energy that we were talking about. You have what it takes, pile 3, to do this on your own, whatever this, quote unquote, this is. You have the ability. You can absolutely, you can make moves and move mountains all by yourself. You're that powerful. With the Empress energy earlier that came out, it's like abundance surrounds you. All you have to do is just tap into it. One more card for pile 3. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. So yeah, I really do feel like there is, and I'm not necessarily saying it's a third party. For some of you, it may be. If there is a third party involved, whether it's in a relationship or, you know, if you're in business and maybe you're looking for a promotion or you're up for, you know, some kind of an account or something like that, and it's between you and someone else. With the 5 of Wands energy that came up earlier, it's saying don't even worry about competing. You're in a league of your own. And if this other person doesn't see that, then you have the ability, if need be, to embark on your own. You don't need that job. You don't need that person. You don't need any of that. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to compete in whatever role it is that, you know, whatever it is you're wanting to manifest. Yeah. All right, let's get some parting messages for pile 3. What parting messages and guidance do we have for pile 3? We've got rest with give yourself time to recuperate. And that's more of that balance. And so it's like, you know, like to get stuck out of the stagnant energy, it's like, yes, you need to start making forward movement progress. You need to start taking steps to move forward, but also know when to, you know, hang back and rest. All right, let's get 2 more cards for pile 3. We got lesson with wisdom through mistakes. Then we have growth with overcoming limitations. Yeah, I really feel like you're being called to go ahead and break up the stagnancy, to break up the what just keeps coming is stagnant. Something is not moving. You've been in this situation for a while where no progress is being made. And there's like lessons here that are really going to serve you in your, you know, for growth. It's just almost like once, it's like dead weight. Once you chop off the dead weight, it's going to feel so much more lighter. You know how they, you know, if you are gardening and you're pruning something, you know, you have to prune off the dead leaves and the dead branches for the new growth to come through. You know, this needs to be like a time of pruning, basically. And always when you're pruning off stagnant, you know, dead energy, there is a time of recalibration that needs to happen. And that's where this rest time comes in. Like, you know, if there's any grieving involved, if there is any doubts involved or anything like that, there just needs to be some time where you allow yourself to really sit with whatever is ending, so that when you embark on the new beginning, you're not taking any baggage with you, okay? All right, pile 3, that was your message. If it resonated, do me a favor and tap the like button, comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so, and I will be seeing you at your next reading. Thanks, pile 3. Hello to pile 4. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the red Jasper stone. This is going to be all about your manifestation, where you're at in alignment with it, what energies may be influencing and or blocking whatever it is you're trying to call in. Okay, so just think about whatever situation you're trying to manifest, whether you're trying to manifest more money, a new love relationship, maybe a reconciliation with an existing one, something like that. And that's what we're going to be reading, checking the energy on. Okay, so let's see what we have here. It says, I sincerely forgive all those who've hurt me and therefore open my soul for God's healing power. So there's definitely a need for kind of like holding on to things of the past, maybe feeling some bitterness and resentment, just hard feelings, like really stuck on hard feelings. That's part of what is holding you back. We've got, I only accept rules that promote my ability to love. So maybe, you know, there were some expectations of you or put on you, or maybe it was even expectations you put on yourself. Maybe it was an expectation of perfection that either someone put on you or you put on someone else. And so it's like the need to release that standard or rule of needing perfection. Like, I feel for most of you, this was something that someone put on you. Like, they needed you to be perfect. Like, they needed you to look a certain way, think a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain, something like that. And it's like you never felt like anything that you did or everything that you did, it never felt like it measured up. Okay. And there's almost this feeling of, it's like you're kind of in a spot now where it's hard for you to even want to move forward, because it's just like, how can I move forward if everything that I do isn't perfect? That kind of an energy. Wow, there's a lot of heart, fourth chakra energy coming out. And this is everything that I am is beautiful, lovable, and has been created by God. And so even in your imperfections, of which everyone has them, everyone, I really do feel like this is mostly so the energy that is blocking you, whether or not it has anything to do with a love interest, even if this is something having to do with, you know, you're trying to manifest more money or something in business, there's this feeling like, I'm not good enough. That's what the overall arching like, I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect enough. I don't quite measure up. That kind of energy, and that's what's keeping you stuck. And right off the bat, that's what's coming through. So let's see, let's get more information about what's keeping pile 4 stuck. What's keeping pile 4 stuck in their manifestation? What's keeping pile 4 stuck in their manifestation? Here we got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Wands. Feeling like you have to do everything on your own. With the 5 of Pentacles reverse, and then we got the King of Wands. So there's a couple of different things that are coming through, and both could actually be true. But there's a feeling here like there's no support here. There's no outside support in any way, shape, or form. Like feeling like it's like you're having to carry the weight and the burden of 6 different people by yourself. It's like you don't really feel like you have this support system or a safety net. It's like it has to be, you know, it's all you. And the King of Wands could be speaking of an actual person. Someone that's made you feel that, you know, a masculine energy that's made you feel that, well, they made you feel alone. Made you feel like you're not quite measuring up. Kind of throwing you into like a mental, emotional, spiritual kind of a poverty feeling. You know, the King of Wands It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody that's very independent, very ambitious. Someone that just kind of charges ahead. What is wanting to come out? All right, we got the Lovers in reverse. And so there is some kind of a separation or a breakup here, whether that is a, you know, an actual love relationship. Yeah, we got the Three of Swords. We got the High Priestess. Yeah. Someone broke your heart. That's what's coming through. Someone broke your heart. This feels, for most of you viewing pile 4, this feels like, and remember, even if your manifestation has nothing to do with love, something that's happened in a separate area of life, if that area of life is crumbling down, it can absolutely affect every other area of life. But there's definitely a feeling here, a feeling of being abandoned is what it feels. Here's the Emperor. Wow. Some possible daddy issues. Yeah, with the King of Wands energy here and the Emperor energy here. I feel like that's you, though. Like, let me get a couple more cards. I feel inherently you're very intuitive, you're very loving, you're very compassionate. And I feel like, you know, all of us being made out of inner feminine and inner masculine, I feel like you like being connected to your inner feminine, but you just, life isn't allowing that for you, is what it feels like. Like you're having to do it on your own. You have to take care of yourself. You know, you got to be your own mom and dad type of thing. Which, I mean, when we're adults, that's basically how it is. But you may have grown up that way. Not really having, oh, look at the Four of Wands. So better times are coming. And then, of course, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see why the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So good times are coming, but there's still some issues coming around that still are kind of blocking the full potential of a new beginning. Okay. There's just, so basically, there's like a happy ending coming. There's just something that needs to be realized first. There's something that you need to be awakened to. And with the High Priestess energy here, you already have access to, like you already know, like deep down inside you already know what it is you're needing to wake up to. But whatever this ending is that has happened, or you're in the middle of experiencing, like I understand that. And that's probably why we do have the Four of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles reversed here. It's like you're moving into a very fortuitous time in your life, but there's still kind of like that bittersweet feeling because it's like you're moving forward, but you're having to leave something behind. Especially with the King of Wands and the Emperor energy here. I mean, both King of Wands and Emperor energy, I mean, they have all of the necessary skills and abilities, like anything they need to move forward and have a happy life is available to them. There's almost this feeling though, but it's like you don't want to do it alone. Like you want to be able to experience this Four of Wands, this celebration energy, this happy period in your life. It's like, but I don't want to do it alone. It's like, I don't want to be the emperor. I want to be the empress. It's like, I want to be the empress with my emperor by my side. I don't want to do it all by myself kind of energy. And I think part of what is blocking you is just accepting that that's where you're at in life right now. That doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way. What I'm also hearing for some of you too, though, it's like the reason why that's your experience is because that's been your experience. You're needing to let go of the assumption that that's how it's always going to be for you, because with your assumptions, whatever your assumptions are about life, that's exactly what you're going to experience. So if you're assuming that, you know, you're going to have to take on the provider role or the emperor role, or the masculine role, then that's exactly what's going to end up happening every single time. It's like you need to change your assumptions about the way, you know, life is going to unfold. We got rescue coming out with what it is you know are going to expect here in the near future. So you're not one to really like ask for help. With the King of Wands and the Emperor energy, you're just used to having to do everything by yourself. And so it's not necessarily saying that you're needing to have somebody come in and rescue you, but it's realizing that you don't have to be a one-person show. There is assistance there if, you know, you'll just allow yourself to ask for it and accept it. This includes support and assistance from the universe, support and assistance from your spirit guides, from, you know, your higher self. Like you're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. Like, you literally don't need anyone to come in and rescue you. You really, it's like, I know that you got this. I know that you have more than the ability to move forward, but it's almost like part of kind of breaking up that pattern is allowing others to come in and actually help you and assist you, and feeling comfortable with allowing others to do for you. Ooh, what else does pile 4 have to look forward to? Yeah, like I felt like in the past, or maybe even currently, it was like you're really kind of in this energy of alienating others. There very much is a need for balance. It's like you've been in your masculine energy for so long. It's part of like living from your heart space is allowing yourself to be and feel vulnerable around other people. Allowing others to come in and help and assist you and do some of the work for you. You know, and opening your heart up to others. And I know that can be very scary to do, but it's like, let the walls down, because walls keep everybody out, including yourself, including your higher self, you know, the universe, your spirit guides. And instead of walls, put up boundaries. You know, boundaries keep the wrong people out, but it lets the right people in. So doing this is going to probably cause like, it's not going to be very comfortable for you. It's not. It's going to be, you know, especially if you've spent a lot of your time just pretty much living, I don't want to say living for yourself, but doing for yourself. Yeah, there's a need to walk away. But again, with the Nine of Pentacles energy, that's especially in reverse. It's like, walk away from feeling like you have to do everything by yourself. Walk away from the notion that you are a one-person army, and allow others in, you know, not just in your life, not just in your business or in your, you know, everyday dealings, but let them into your heart. Only the ones that, you know, can get past the boundaries in a good way. Yeah, there's going to be an end to feeling overwhelmed and overburdened. Letting go of some of the, you know, responsibilities that you have been taking on, maybe even responsibilities of others. Your load is going to be lightened up quite a bit. And there are some people I feel like that are going to be leaving your life that need to be, like I'm hearing dead weight. And if there aren't people that can really fully leave your life, it's like you're going to be kind of withdrawing your energy from them, withdrawing their ability to access your energy. And that's okay, because as you start to balance yourself out, the people who brought energies into you that kind of contributed to being unbalanced, like those energies are going to have to fall away. Anyone that contributed to your need to have to step up and take responsibility where you shouldn't have necessarily needed to take responsibility, like those energies are going to have to fall away. Either those energies are going to have to step up and you know, and add to your inner balance rather than throwing you off balance, or they're going to have to like go do something else somewhere else. But like, your time is coming. Like, I do feel like you get some recognition, because I do feel like you're a very hard worker. Like, I do feel that when you put your mind to something, I really honestly feel that you're somebody who just, you get shit done. And you don't think twice about it. You just see something, you know, and if somebody else is, you know, slacking somewhere, you don't even think twice really about taking up the slack, because you're just like, it's got to get done. I don't want to have to be the one to do it, but someone's got to do it. Right? And some people, I feel like, have been taking advantage of that. Like, they know that if they don't do it, they know that you will step in and do it for them. And there's a need to like go ahead and stop doing the work of six, I'm hearing even 6 to 8 different people. My gosh, you guys are like, you guys are some workers. Like, I hear you have a really like solid work ethic. Not just in work and business, but I mean work ethic. You can translate that into, you know, romantic and personal relationships as well. It's just like, you know, if it's not getting done, you're the one. You'll step in, you'll volunteer. You know, it's got to get done. It's got to get done. And there's definitely some inner balance there. And I feel like some of that is tied to this feeling of this feeling of perfection, needing to feel or needing to be perfect. And there's almost like a need for you to be okay with things not getting done if it's going to serve the highest good. Like, if you're in a job, if you're working, and you have coworkers who are not doing their job, and so you're stepping in just because you're like, the work needs to get done, then you need to stop doing the work of people when the work is not yours. Now, if you're the boss, then that means you need to let some workers go, okay? But I mean, if you've got your own job description, they have their own job description, it's like, no, let them fall. You know, stop picking up the slack of someone else. Stop doing the work of 6 to 8 different people. I mean, you know, there is some nobility in that, but honestly, it's just like, it's not serving your highest good, and it's not serving their highest good either. Let's see. And if you do that, life is going to get so much easier. You're actually going to be able to find time to enjoy your life. Oh, okay, we got child with new beginning and innocence. So there could actually be children involved. We got with change and journey, and then we also have hope and clarity. And so this could be speaking of actual children. This could be speaking of something that was born out of childhood. But there is also a really heavy feeling, not heavy, but there's an energy here of a new beginning that's going to change the trajectory and change the path. Like your path is going to change. Like this new beginning, like once you kind of pull your energy away from, or you stop over investing in certain areas, that's actually going to set you on a whole brand new path. And where you may have felt bound and stuck, you're actually going to feel freed up. It's like, almost like you have this feeling like if you're not doing the work, if you're not stepping up, if someone's not doing it, then it's going to cause me a lot more pain, when this is actually saying, actually it's not. And there might be some discomfort at first, but you refusing to over-invest and over-support and taking on the responsibilities that are not yours to take on is actually going to open up, I'm hearing, several new doors for you, but definitely different paths. That's going to lead to not just clarity, but, it says hope. And maybe that's been something you've been lacking. Maybe you haven't had a really great vision for your future. I'm hearing a lot of you have your plate has been so full, you haven't been able to really focus on what it is you're wanting to manifest for the future. You're just stuck in the day-to-day. It's like you don't have the ability to stop and think like, okay, what do I actually want to manifest in my future? It's like you can't get past the multiple tasks in your daily life, whatever that is. If there is children involved, then I can see where that's coming from. But then again, it doesn't have to be actual children. I mean, it could be like your business that you're running, and your business is your baby, or whatever your job is, whatever your position is, and that's your baby. But there is so much, it's like, there are several people who are supposed to be functioning and making this like a well-oiled machine, and no one else is really doing their part. And so you're stepping in to do the parts of everybody else. And if you would allow yourself to stop over investing and to stop making up for what people aren't doing, your life is actually, I know it seems so counterintuitive, but life for you is actually, what I'm seeing, it's going to open up. Like you're going to be able to breathe easier. All right, let's get some messages from your higher self for pile 4. What guidance or messages do you have for pile 4? We got here and now. It says your true love is already a part of your life. We got time apart with some distance will help bring clarity. And we also have different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. And I feel like that's what you're having to walk away from. Like as far as this talking about like your true love, that doesn't have to speak about romantic relationship. It's like you could already be maybe you love your job. You just don't love the people that you work with, right? Maybe you love your maybe like if you're a stay-at-home mom or something like that, it's like you love your kids and you love that role, but you don't love the fact that you're the only one stepping up to the plate. It's like there is an element about your life that you're actually really happy about. It's just there's this lack of support. You're not getting the support that you're needing. And there is also this energy coming through that if you would allow yourself to contemplate going down a different path, possibly by yourself, you know, like the world is going to open. It's going to be, it seems counterintuitive, but things are actually going to get a lot easier and things are going to open up. And so obviously, like if this is a relationship, if you're with somebody who's just not putting in, you know, the energy, they're not matching your energy and they're just refusing to do their part, then, you know, either you can kind of stay in the situation, realizing and accepting that it's not going to get any better and you're not going to be able to really manifest whatever it is you're manifesting. You're just going to continue to live day by day the same exact way. Or, you know, you can go down a different path and, you know, cut that person loose and whatever space in their life that they're occupying. And that space now remains open for someone who's more matched to your energy. And that translates very well over to like business and you know, career endeavors as well. If there's a client that's not quite working out for you, let them go. You know, if you're working at a job where, you know, you're the only one that's pulling your weight, you know, if you're the boss, then you need to start firing some people, letting some people go. You know, if you're not the boss and the boss is just kind of letting everybody do what they do, and that just means that you're taking on the work of several other people, and it's like, you know, find another job. You know, it's almost like you need to go where you're appreciated. Even if it means that you're going on a path by yourself for a short while, but it won't be like that forever, what I'm hearing. When you first decide that you are going to be your top #1 priority and supporter, you're going to start attracting, or you're going to start experiencing in your 3D reality support coming in from different areas, and maybe even people you never expected support to come from. But you have to first be your top #1 priority and your best supporter yourself. Okay, and it's okay if you end up having to move forward because, you know, the vision that your company shares, or that your, you know, your other half shares, or maybe your friendship shares, it's just you're not on the same page anymore, and that's actually very conflicting energies. You can't be in any kind of a functioning relationship, whether it's a partnership, a business partnership, or relationships where the people have different visions. You have to be in an environment where you and the other person share the same vision and you're working towards the same vision together. Okay? All right, let's get a few more. Let's get some parting messages for pile 4, please. I'm hearing you have the ability to manifest whatever it is you're wanting to, but you're going to have to let go of the people that did not, you have to let go of the people that are not sharing your vision, because they're actually messing it up for you. They are heavily contributing to, you know, the energy that is keeping your manifestation from coming in. Let's get 3 cards for pile 4, please. Yeah, it says let go with relax and release. Let this new beginning come in, and it is going to be a change. I just heard a change of scenery. So I mean, you may be having to move jobs, which you may have to move to a different town, a different state, a different country. I mean, there's a change of scenery coming that is going to be associated with this new beginning. But I'm hearing you're going to be so much more happier. There is some fear of the unknown. I mean, that's natural. Love, it says allow it to pour in and out of you. I'm hearing you need to focus more on filling your own cup and being your #1 top priority and your own best supporter. Like what you've been willing and what you have been doing for everyone else, you need to start doing that for yourself and set up some boundaries with people. Boundaries and limitations. Do your job, and I mean, you can be nice and maybe help others out if they genuinely need it, but don't take on the responsibilities of others just because they're being too lazy, okay? That's not your job. You are a badass, but don't allow others to take advantage of you, okay? And then here we got peace with harmony and contentment. Yes, that's what's coming. This new beginning, this change, this new path, this change of scenery is, you're going to be so happy. It's going to require that, you know, you step away from someone or something. And where this rescue card is coming in, it's like, that may require you to ask some people for help. And this could just simply mean, like, you know, if you're in this situation and, you know, you're not necessarily wanting to leave, it's like, if you're not asking for others to step up and actually do their part, it's like, start there. Start asking others to step up and do their part. And now if they're refusing to do so, which I feel is like where a lot of you are at, I feel like a lot of you have no problem asking for what you want, but you're just at a point where it's like, what's the use in arguing? It's not going to get done. It's just, I lose more time arguing than if I just do it myself. And that's not the way to live your life. You don't have to be a one-person show, okay? And it's not meant to be either. It's not meant to be. With the rescue card here, I mean, you're meant to live your life in, you know, synergistically with other people, okay? All right, pile 4, those were your messages. I really hope that you enjoyed them. If they resonated, do me a favor and smash the like button. Comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I will see you during your next reading. Thanks, pile 4.